The first time I heard about this plant, I was in a dusty specimen room at London's Royal Botanic Gardens, Kew. It was 2019. A botanist from Ghana brought in a root that well, it looked like a chunk of coal. The locals call it twigwill, he said. After eating it, hunters can track prey for hours without stopping. No food, no water. I asked him, is there a scientific explanation? He just shook his head. We don't know. We're not even sure it still exists. 7 years. And now, I'm finally standing here. His name is Kwame. 73. The quietest old man I've ever met. With my broken English and a lot of hand gestures, I asked if he could take me to see the black root. He looked at me for a long time. Then he smiled. You want to see the plant? Good. You eat the root first. Then we talk. I should have been nervous, but I wasn't. Bitter. Unimaginably bitter. Like someone poured a handful of dirt onto my tongue and called it nature's gift. Kwame burst into a coughing fit from laughing. That's when I understood. This thing isn't for the faint of heart. Kwame led me 3 kilometers through an almost impenetrable thicket until we stopped before a patch of low-growing plants. They looked completely unremarkable. Broad, rounded leaves hugging the ground, like some cheap wild grass you'd step over in a park without giving it a second glance. But the roots were black, and when cut open, the flesh inside was deep purple. The color is the power, Kwame said. The darker, the stronger. I crouched down and gently worked the soil away with my hands. This is the gesture I've performed more than any other in my 17 years as a botanist, but never once did it make my heart race like this. Later, in the literature, I found its scientific name, Siphonochilus aethiopicus. African ginger. Same family as the famous Thai black ginger, Chimpheria parviflora, but not the same species. It belongs to the same family as the famous Thai black ginger. I said to Kwame, but the African soil has forged something even more potent here. African black ginger contains a distinctive compound, Gingerenone-A. It's a phenylalkanoid first identified within the ginger family. Research shows it has notable anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. In African traditional medicine, this plant has been used to boost physical endurance, improve blood circulation, and even relieve joint pain. In plain terms, it helps hunters run longer, not because it's a stimulant, but because it reduces inflammation in the muscles, keeping them from tiring as quickly. This isn't magic. This is the result of hundreds of years of coevolution between plants and people. Kwame also told me the tribe uses it as the root of masculine strength. That claim I won't comment on. I don't have a controlled study. Kwame sang a song in his local language. I couldn't understand the words, but the melody was desolate and ancient, like a conversation with the land itself. When he finished, he pointed to the thicket and said, "My grandfather's grandfather planted these. Now, nobody knows where they come from. Only here. Only here. Climate change, deforestation. More and more plants like African black ginger are being forgotten. In the lab, we label them, classify them, sequence their genes. But if we never venture into the places where they once grew, we can never truly understand them, or the answers they were waiting to give us. I am Silas Thorne. I spent 17 years studying plants from a desk. But the corners of the world that are vanishing, no specimen cabinet can show me what's being lost there. So I left. This is my first stop, Ghana, African black ginger. If there's a plant you've always wondered about, tell me in the comments. I don't know where the next stop will be, but the camera is never turning off.
Mountains like dark ink stretching to the horizon, river and sunlight dancing in the air. Wind whispers through the grass, telling stories. The noise in my heart gradually disappears. Unexpected moments so crystal clear. This peaceful feeling remains in my memory. Continue and keep going on this lonely journey, searching for the most original me.